Hey guys, so I wanted to hop on and do a kind of holiday hair tutorial for you. So here it is. Just a side thing. And I did use some extensions in this video, so I knocked out 2-in-1. Sara, my friend on YouTube, she has hair videos. I talked about her in my last Current Loves video, but she also has her own extension line. So she was gracious enough to send me a pair of her extensions, which I am a horrible procrastinator. I put off doing the video way too long. I'm sorry, Sara, but I have it up now. And so yeah, I used her extensions in this video. I actually only ended up using 2 tracks, which I'll explain later. But yeah, her website is sweetextensions.com. I'll put all the info down below. On a side note, I did color my extensions. My hair is really hard to color match, since I have so many tones. So I ordered number 27, but I did end up coloring them, just as an FYI. So I'll put all that link below. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is use some dry shampoo. I'm just using Batiste dry shampoo. I'm going to spray this all over my front, in my part area, and around the front of my hairline. So this will just help get rid of any oils you have happening, as well as give a lot of volume. So I spray that in and then just shake it in. Make sure you do it the crown as well, because we're going to want a lot of volume there. Alright, so once I get that done, I'm going to start sectioning off my hair to put in my extensions. So I go right at the hairline, about 1/2 inch up from the hairline. I'm going to part this off. Okay, take a comb and tease at my roots. Now after I tease at my roots, I'm going to take a little bit of hairspray. This is Joico K-Pack. Spray it just to help secure the tease. Let that dry a bit. And then I'm just using one of the 2 clips extensions, because that's normally all you need for the base of your neck. And I'm just going to secure that in, and then just gently kind of comb through this to blend it in with my hair. So you can see my natural hair comes about here. The extension is just a few inches longer. Okay, so once I have that in, I'm going to put one more section in. So I'm just going to section off right in the middle of my ear. Pull this up. Same thing. Tease at my root. And again, I'm only using 2 sets of 2-prong clips. Now, depending on how thick your hair is, or how long it is, you might want to use more sets of extensions. I only need to use 2 for this look, because I have probably medium density hair, like the medium average amount of hair. So I only need 2 of the strands. Now, if you have a lot of hair and you only use 2, what'll happen is your bottom will look really thin. So what you could do maybe is put 2 in and kind of see how that's looking. Okay, pull the rest of your hair down. Now remember, it's all going to be off to the side. So you can see when this is all curled, this is going to be the perfect amount of hair. I could probably even get away with using 1 more, but I'm only going to use 2 today. And then if you still had a huge clump of hair, out like this, and your ends were really thin, if they were looking kind of like this, then you'll probably want to put in a few more tracks of extensions. Okay, so I have those in. I'm just going to go off and part my hair off again. Now, if you have hard to curl hair, you might want to add some hairspray here. When I dried my hair the other day, I think this is 2-day hair, I put in some volumizing mousse. So that's a good base. But you could always spray your section with hairspray before you begin. So I'm going to part this off, taking pretty large chunks. This is a 1.25 inch iron from Hot Tools. I'm not going to use the clamp. I'm going to hold the iron vertically and wrap my hair around the curling iron. and I hold this for quite a long time because I took a huge chunk of hair. Now the reason I'm taking huge sections of hair is because for the finished look, I just want to have a big, pretty wave curl. If I take the smaller sections that you take normally, the more piecey your hair will end up and the tighter the wave. So you can see how nicely that blends in with my extension, and you'll see at the end how nice it is as well. Now I'm going to curl everything going to my left side. So whatever way you want your hair to lay on the side is how you want to curl your hair. So I'm going to take this other section. So for example, instead of grabbing it and curling it this way, I'm going to pull it around from the back and curl it the same way that I curled the last section. This isn't super important either. It just helps all of the hair pull to the side a little bit easier. So there's that one. Okay, so after I get that layer done, I'm going to spray it with hairspray. Now the reason I like to put my extensions in and then start curling is because that way I grab pieces of my own hair with pieces of the extension, so it helps to blend better. So I'm going to take another section down, and this will probably be the last section that I get extension hair since I only use 2 tracks. And same thing. Grabbing a large section of hair, this is all my natural hair, holding the iron vertically and wrapping the hair around. I'm leaving about a ½ an inch out at the end that I'm grabbing with my fingertips. And let that fall. So I'm going to do this on my whole head all the way around until I get to the top, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I went through and I curled the rest of my hair. Now I'm on my top section. So I'm just going to comb through this. I'm going to go ahead and tease this a bit before I curl it. So I'm going to part it off where I want it. I'm going to do a pretty deep side part. You can do whatever you like. If you have a bang, you can wear your bang, you know, whatever you want to do. I am going to spray this top section before I curl it and tease it. So I'm just going to start grabbing sections and teasing it at the root to get some volume. And okay, the nice thing, and kind of if you don't have the money to buy a conical wand, I know I use a conical wand a lot, or you know, a clampless iron, just not using the clip on a regular curling iron will help give you a similar look, more of kind of a wave rather than, you know, a big curl. So definitely try that if you haven't. I know this is looking kind of big, but it'll tone down after I curl it. Alright, so same thing. I'm just grabbing big chunks of hair, wrapping it around my iron. My feet are asleep. I feel like there's needles in them. I'm kneeling and sitting on my feet. Tuta. Tuta. So I'm just going around this whole section. The nice thing too about not wearing a whole head of extensions, if you can help it, is, you know, when you, or at least with me, when I wear the whole head of extensions, it just takes me a little bit longer to do whatever hairstyle I want to do, because you have to be more careful so you don't rip out the clips. So only having a couple tracks at the base really makes the whole process go a lot quicker. Alright, so I've curled all that. Now when I get to my bangs, or whatever section I have that is supposed to be a bang that is grown out, I'm going to pull it straight down and wrap it around the iron like so, just going straight back. I mean, I'm always amazed. I know I only used 2 tracks, but look how much thicker my hair looks only using 2 tracks. Alright, so then I'm just going to kind of run my fingers through it a bit to break up the pieces. I'm going to tease this a bit more through here. I have a kink from where I had a ponytail holder in, so I kind of have to make up for that. All right, so now once I have that done, it's time to pin. Okay, so once I have that all curled, I'm just going to run my fingers through it to kind of break them up a bit to give kind of a PC bedhead type thing. Look, I can't get over, look how well that blends. Oh, I know, I wish my hair was this long. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start pinning. So I'm really simple. I'm just literally pulling my hair over. If you wanted to do a little twist down the side this way, if you wanted to braid this and pull it over, there's many types of things. I'm going for a little bit smoother, quicker way. So I'm just going to tease this a bit more at my side because I want to make sure I have the volume there. Spray it with some spray. Then I'm just going, now I'm not going to pull it really hard to flatten that out. I'm just going to grab the ends and I'm going to pull this up at the end with my comb to add a little bit more volume through there. But I'm just going to grab my hair at my nape, okay, and I'm just pulling this right down at my nape, so this whole section like this, I'm just bringing it over, and then I'm going to take some pins, and about right under my ear, or close to it, I'm just going to stick a few pins up into my hair. And you can crisscross them if you want to have a little bit more hold. Especially the more hair that you have, the more pins you might want to use there. And you can just kind of feel, I'm going to put one more pin in here to kind of hold that hair in place. If you use bobby pins that are close to your hair color, you can get away with just sticking them in and not really have to worry about having this really obvious bobby pin in your hair. So with a rat tail comb, I'm just going to pull my side up just to get me a little bit more volume. Tease it a bit more. I know, I'm constantly teasing my hair. Tease my bangs a bit. Okay, and here we go. This is it. You could put a big, if you wanted a flower back here, or, some kind of pretty brooch or something like that. That would absolutely help finish off the look. So I'm just going and finishing it with a layer of hairspray. Ta-da! Here it is. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching. Bye.